So this is the fourth video in the video series of AWS Bedrock Masterclass. Bedrock basically AWS Bedrock Core, right? We are not just discussing Bedrock, but Bedrock Core Masterclass. And so here in this video, we'll try to see how we can install AgentCore on our terminal, right? In the previous video, we connected our AWS account with the terminal. Now we'll try to install AWS Bedrock Core. So this is the command. Like you can copy this command. You go to terminal and I'm using cursor terminal. You can use a normal terminal to install it. So this is npm package that gives agent core AWS, right? Now you see, then you can, to verify the installation, you can just say agent core help. With this you will be able to verify. So it's already installed in my account, so I'll directly move into understanding the agent core. So these are, you can see, these are all list of commands given. So you can add, you can like dev is basically to run the agents on local. So imagine that you have already deployed the memory resources, identity, or gateway to AWS, but once you do dev, you can also connect all those tools to the local environment. With the deploy, you can deploy all the agents and resources that you have built. So there are all list of other features, like there is add also command. You can add different resources like agent, evaluator, memory, identity, and target. Here you see how to create. So similar way, once you go, there is a create option, right? And this will create a new agent core project that will help deploy us. So you see here, it says that agent core, you can name the agent, you can tell the framework, which framework you using during instance, you tell the protocol HTTP, you tell the model provider is Bedrock, because Bedrock is here the, what do you call, the educated student, the educated staff that helps in terms of reasoning and connects with different model. And memory none. So you can literally copy this and come to the terminal and paste over here and it will work. So let me make a kind of I can make a folder so that it will be separate. So this is for, let's say, Bedrock demo, and I'll go inside Bedrock demo and I'll try to create inside it. So this will create the my agent folder in the project directory, right? And it will use the strands. The strands, if you try to see, I'll tell you about the strands. So look at this. This is the strands. So this is kind of a framework that has been given to use and build AWS Bedrock on. So you can use Python pip install, or you can use npm to install strands. So you see here, this is how the agents are like the tools are available. You can create a tool, you can pull an agent, all these agent will be Bedrock core agents that will be sitting in your code, right? You can connect with them. So it gives us a production level deployment framework for Bedrock core, right? Now if you see, the agent has been created inside our directory using directly with our command, and I'll go to that directory and do this and try to see if everything is okay. I'll click on agent core and I can select dev. Once I go to select dev, then it will run the portal, the simulation portal inside an agent inspector. We call it an agent inspector. Here you can communicate. We need to connect all the different tools, like we have to connect our Bedrock model, and because it's not connected, that's why it's giving an error. But here it will show all the resources, like what are the memory gateways, what are the identities connected, what are the policy that has been created for this agent. So, and this is very good to connect your code with an inspector and see how your agents are performing, right? Like for example, this is a session ID that is created by Bedrock core to make sure that the conversation that you do is getting stored as a short-term memory or long-term memory inside system. And you can show over here also, these are different list of execution rule, like the way we had inside Google Chrome. We see how API performs. A similar way we can see over here how every trace are going, like how each and every calls are happening, right? So we saw strands. Now let's come back to the agent. We can also create them without using the what do you call the memory or other parts, like even without defining the strands, right? Here we can see all the information about what different list of things are available, and these are the different file structures are created. So this is the my agent that we had. This is the agent core. So this is agent core that they give, like the CDK, all the file directory, the environment values, and here's the app. You see here all the things are defined, like what MCP is gonna be. We gonna have a different, like let's say this is the model that's gonna use. We can replace this model with the model that we need. Like let's say if Claude Sonnet 4 is kind of legacy, so we can use Opus 4.6 or 4.1, 4.7 as per it gives to your account. Earlier you had to access for the models, but right now it's available for anyone to use once you have a payment information correct inside your AWS account. And this way it creates a main.py also, and you can create the account. ub.lock is there, it's same as npm JSON lock, where package JSON lock, the like whatever package has been installed to run this is always gonna be same. So this way you can easily install in your local, and you can see dev, we have already seen that we can see the inspector of this agent, how it's working, right? You can see the logs also, and you can run all these different things that we have already seen on in our dashboard, right? This way to test your deployed agent. So once the agent has been deployed, you can also invoke it locally. So this is really important, right? That if you once your agents, your memory, or your runtime, your tools, your gateways are deployed, your policies are deployed to AWS, still you can test it locally. This is really important to make sure before deploying a new version to the production, you can test it locally. Means each developers are building their production, they can test locally and then deploy. That's really important if you're building higher production level AI agent framework for any kind of application, right? So this is the way you can invoke, right? And here you can again invoke different agent. You can like do AgentCore remove all, and this will remove all the resources deployed on the Google Cloud. Here with this you will be able to kind of understand the status of what are the resources deployed. Like similar way, if I'll open a terminal and let me make it little bigger, and let's say I'll go AgentCore, and it's inside my agent. So I'll go AgentCore validate. So this will validate it, right? I'll give you a cheat sheet of all the commands that we have, and then let's say you do status, it will tell how many app resources are deployed. This says that my agents is still local only, correct? So the most important part is you have to understand that STS caller get identity. If your AWS is not connected with your local terminal, then this deployment won't work, correct? And then once everything is there, then you can like run it locally, deploy it, then again run it, so that your AWS cloud resources and your local agent are totally properly connected, right? You can easily connect your local terminal with AgentCore to the cloud. In the next video, we'll see how we can properly uh, create an agent from scratch, right, and deploy it to cloud. Okay, please be with me for all the list of video tutorial, and you will get everything about AgentCore. Thank you.